Whew! Fast changes, and there sure are a lot of them. All right, so first off, I know the song has a lot of different layered tonalities, and there's a lot of different sounds going on, and the guitar has 12 strings and all that. So I just want to give you something you could use as a solo performer, or maybe you just want to, play this with a friend or with the band, and you want to, play something, and so this will be hopefully helpful for you to be able to do that. So let's go through this, and then we'll do a playthrough with the song. Sound good? I am in standard tuning, and I've got a capo on the 2nd fret. So, got to get one of these. You should actually have one. So, this first chord is F sharp, dominant 7, and this is by playing this open F sharp, and the octave, also F sharp, on the 9th fret of the 5th string, and 2 other strings, the 4th and the 2nd on the 11th fret. And that's what you wind up with. And I'm muting these in-between strings, the high E and the 3rd string, and so that's the sound you should end up with. The next chord is a 3-note chord, the open 4th string, the 3rd string that you're holding down with your 1st finger on the 2nd fret, and the 2nd string that you're holding down with your 3rd finger on the 3rd fret. And I'm calling this the 3rd fret because of the capo. Okay? That's the chord you should be going for. And I'm kind of upstroking that from the bottom up. Next chord. Another 3-note chord, which is the 2nd string on the 5th fret, the 3rd string on the 4th fret with your 3rd finger, and your 1st finger on the 4th string, 2nd fret. And I'm muting the high E. Okay, with me so far? Next chord. It's a pretty sounding chord. Is made by putting your 2nd finger on the low E string, the 6th string on the 3rd fret, muting the 5th string, and then playing that open 4th string, and then these 2 other notes are the same as that D shape that we're playing earlier. The 3rd string on the 2nd fret with your 1st finger, and the 2nd string on the 3rd fret with your 3rd finger. And mute that high E. Then move that 6th string note down 1 fret, and I like to play it with my thumb. I suppose you could play it like with a different fingering, but it should be something you can grasp with your thumb. And then those other 2 notes, that D shape note is still there. Okay, so that repeats. There's a part where you throw in some harmonics on the 9th fret. You gotta be fast because this is in 6/8 time, and it's a challenge At least it is for me. So that will get you all the way up to this chord, which is the 5th string on the 2nd fret with your 1st finger, the 4th string on the 4th fret with your 3rd finger, muting the 3rd string, and then the 2nd string on the 5th fret. And what I'm doing right there is kind of like that chord we were playing a minute ago, but I'm not playing that B string with my 3rd finger. I'm taking that away, so I just want to hear 3 notes. The low E, the 6th string, the 4th string, and then the 3rd string on the 2nd fret. Okay, and then that is just like a backward stroke from high to low of an E, like an E shape. So this is basically giving you F sharp major. Okay, so here we are at the start of the verse. It's pretty much made up of that chord we were just playing, and that E, and then the other chord is made up of the open 5th string, the open 4th string, the 3rd string on the 2nd fret, and then open 2nd string and open 1st string. Okay, with me so far? Where are we? So verse, okay. So then right before we get into the chorus, there's and this is the part that's it's a little different. It's not different. I mean, it's, you can hear it in the song, but it's different key, different tonalities, different pitches. Okay, so this is an F sharp. My 4th finger is on the 9th fret of the 5th string. My 3rd finger on the 8th fret of the 4th string. The 2nd finger is holding down the 3rd string on the 4th fret, and my 2nd finger is holding down the 2nd string on the 5th fret. And I'm arpeggiating that. Okay? Then you're going to just move one note on the 5th string from the 9th fret to the 4th fret. This would be like a D sharp minor 7th. And then the last chord is basically a D major 7th. And that's played by putting your 1st finger on the 3rd fret, 5th string, your 3rd finger on the 4th string, 5th fret, your 2nd finger on the 4th fret, 3rd string, and your 4th finger on the 2nd string, 5th fret. And I'm letting the high E open. And I like to arpeggiate this. And you could play it like that, or you could strum it, whatever you choose. And then, right before you go into the chorus, play this chord here. I'm holding down the 5th string on the 2nd fret with my 1st finger, and the 4th and 3rd strings with my 3rd and 4th fingers on the 4th fret. And I'm letting the high E and the B string ring out. So it would be so you see how that transitions right in there? You'll hear it when we do the playthrough. So here's what I'm going to do for the chorus. Play that E shape that we were playing earlier. You're going to arpeggiate this too. Start on that low E. Or you could like kind of strum it. Whatever you choose. And then change the thing that is going to kind of stay the same, or that, you know, that. But the thing that's changing is the bass note. So the next note goes to a low E, which we don't have anymore because of this capo. So we're going to play it as the open fourth string. Okay, and we're going to change our picking pattern a little bit and do something like let me do that one more time. Kind of going back and forth from the fifth and fourth strings. Okay, and then this might be a stretch. Go to this next note, which is a D sharp, and I'm going to use my fourth finger to hold that down on the fifth string, fourth fret. My second finger is holding down the fourth string on the second fret, and my first finger is on the first fret of the G string. And same alternating kind of a pick on there. And then the next root note is this C sharp. The end of the chorus goes back to that D major 7 that we were playing, and then throwing in that open kind of, what this would be a C sharp kind of chord that we were playing earlier, and then back into that beginning riff. Okay, so where are we? So that will bring us to the bridge, which is basically kind of a F sharp major through the whole thing. It's basically like the chorus. You know, when I was playing, practicing this, you know, I kind of played it with the capo off, but since we're just going to leave the capo on, you could do a strumming of the F sharp major with that E shape. Take off your third finger, and you can do what kind of would be like an F sharp major 7, and then you could do a strumming of that next chord that we're playing, and then back to that E major shape, and you can suspend that with the third string, second fret. Okay, and then that will get us through the bridge. There's that D sharp. This kind of gets you out of the chorus and back into the verse. So at the very end of the song, this is basically that E shape, and then I'm adding the fourth finger to the second string on the third fret. There's some variation there, but that's basically what I hear happening. And that's that different note is the first string, the high E, on the third fret. Okay, let's do the playthrough and see how this all sounds together.
If I search my mind a little, I'd come across the reason why you're gone. Maybe if I searched a little while, and if I tried to reconcile a little, then maybe I would know for how long. This time, well, here we are in separate rooms. I can hear you sighing, saying, no way out, or so it seems. Dry our tears, we're flying, time a little, then maybe I would know for how long. This time.